My two favorite parenting phrases. Let's start with number one. This one I use when my kids are facing a challenge, whether it's academic or maybe something's going on with the sport that they're in, or they've got a friendship challenge. As parents, we tend to want to fix things. We tend to want to unconsciously, because we don't want our kids uncomfortable, we lead them or we don't allow them to have their big feelings like frustration, anxiety, worry, disappointment, those kind of things. We want to fix it or rush them through or ignore those feelings. And as a result of that, our kids often, when they aren't listened to during those times when they need just to process the feelings that they're having, they tend to stuff those down. And we don't want kids that grow up that someday have to deal with whatever was stuffed down when they were in their teen years. So one of the things that I say to my kids when they're in a difficult challenge, no matter what that is how can mom best support you? How can mom best support you is what, and sometimes they don't know the answer to that right away, and that's okay. They know that I'm willing to support them in whatever it is that they're going through. Also, I have to get comfortable with the idea that they're going to have tough feelings and challenges, and that sometimes the very best thing I can do is just be with them in that challenge. Sometimes we can't fix it, and just knowing that we're present with them is and can be very helpful to them. So I gave you an example. My daughter Mia was wanting to try out for the middle school tennis team in 7th grade, and she came and told me this, and we were excited. And so Tom put her in some tennis drills to get her ready and stuff like that. And she came to me a couple weeks later and said, I don't know that I want to be in tennis. And of course, we wanted her to stick with the choice that she had made. She had come to us and told us she wanted to do this, so we wanted to, have her not give up before she even started, kind of thing. So, I said, Mia, how can mom best support you in this? And at first she didn't know the answer. She said, I don't know. And then a few minutes later she said, well, maybe if I did a private lesson instead of doing drills. And it come to realize that drills, for whatever reason, I think she was one of a few girls in the group, and just made her uncomfortable. So we switched her out into private lessons once a week to get her ready for middle school tennis, and she made the team, and this is her 2nd year on it. But what I'm saying is that, sometimes it's just a minor adjustment. It's just, sometimes it's just sitting with your child in an uncomfortable feeling and being okay with that, not feeling like you have to fix it or you want to fix it. Just allowing them to have their feelings and being present with them is one of the most important things. So again, one of my favorite things to say as a parent when my kids are challenged is, how can mom best support you? So think about that. The second thing is when I need my kids to do something, or I'd like them to do something, say set the table for dinner or whatever. My youngest two being 13 and 15 at this point, one of the things I will say, or I will ask, is, would you be willing? Would you be willing, instead of just telling them or even saying, can you please do this? Mia, would you be willing to do the noodles while I make the spaghetti sauce? Maddox, would you be willing to take this laundry basket upstairs for me? It kind of like puts the onus on them. It's not even making like a direct demand or request, but I think the words, would you be willing, give the child a choice in the matter. And they generally want to choose, I've found, and my kids are by no means perfect and by no means have clean rooms all the time and do everything I want for them to do all the time. But I think when I ask them, would you be willing, they are more inclined to go ahead and do what it is that needs to be done. It's just a kinder way of asking. So anyway, those are my 2 points today about two of my favorite things to say in parenting. And I think that helps us bond and make connection better. So anyway, hope that helps you.